Hi, this is Dan here. I hope you're doing really well today. In this lesson, I'm going to show you a load of really great bass lines that use the Mixolydian mode. Now, don't be too put off by that funny name, Mixolydian. It's just another scale, and it's one that comes from a major scale. So everything I just did in the intro there, I was doing in E Mixolydian. And that's the fifth mode of a major scale. So in this case, it's the fifth mode of A major. So if you know A major, you're just playing A major, but just starting from the E and ending on an E to do one octave. Since you have an E, it's a really good way to practice this actually, is to play the E as a drone and then just play through the notes of the scale, getting used to the sound and the vibe and the mood it creates. And the first bass line we have is Come On, Come Over by Jaco Pastorius. It's the hardest bass line in this lesson, so I'll play it slowly. We got the root to the fifth, and then flat seventh to the sixth. Back to the fifth again. Now it's a Jaco thing, so he used to play a lot over the bridge pickup, but here how we get... That's where you want to play, somewhere around here. I'm also using a bit of floating thumb just to keep everything muted. Lots of raking, that's raking, and ghost notes. I'm using more than one finger to avoid a harmonic. Now he does a few different things, but I'll just show you a couple. There we've got the 5 and the 6th, but just down the octave. And when you have a root here on the A string, and the 5 and the 6, you've got a really cool soul pattern, figures a lot. Little hammer-on. He's doing raking, ghost notes and hammer-ons. Little chromatic lead up to the D again. We got this sort of raking in conjunction with ghost notes on like the octave, the 6th and the 5th. Sometimes going from the low A to this 5th. Lots of different things. A little lead up thing again. I'm going A, B on fret 5, 7 on the E string. Playing a C sharp to the D. That's just a little passing note, okay? That's a classic soul move. We're going from the major third to the 5th chromatically. But really make sure as we're going that you're very aware of the fact that the notes are coming from there. Okay, Tom Sawyer. This is a brilliant Geddy Lee bass line. The whole song is amazing, but this is a little 7/4 section. We're in E now, so back up 2 frets. All I'm doing there is just filling out the notes of E Mixolydian, and do this. Listen to the track and actually play along. You'll hear that all the notes of the Mixolydian scale fit, and if that's the case, then you know that's the key that you're in. So that's the first. We've got that's the 4th of the scale. That's an A. Have you ever done an exercise like that? You know, a scale in thirds, that's all we're doing here. A bit like Come On, Come Over, I'm in one position here. So I'm going A to F sharp, little finger on the 9th fret A string. Then we've got the G sharp, first finger, and then E. And I don't know if this is exactly how he's playing it, but this is how I'm doing it. I'm going down to the D. That's that flat seventh. That's the real clue. If we've got a root, a major third, and that flat seven, then we know it was this is the tonality we're dealing with. Then we've got a B. I'm playing that on the 7th fret of the E string. I'm sometimes going there with my first finger. I mean, you can figure out different patterns to play this, and you can even maybe play it down here. I'm going here though. Technique-wise, the complete opposite to Jaco. I'm now coming closer to either the sort of mid, round here where this pickup is, the P pickup I happen to have, or a little bit closer to the neck. And attacking the string a bit more, just to get a bit more of this slap back against the fret. Digging in a bit more, a bit of overdrive on this would sound perfect. Here's where things get quite cool, because the next few bass lines are almost exactly the same. Day tripper to start with. First of all, do this. Let's play a dominant 7th arpeggio. It's just the root, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th of the notes. This bass line is completely built around those. Got the root, and I'm stretching 1 fret below that 3rd, which is the G sharp, to the G. And then we go to the 5th, octave, flat 7. And we've got a B. I'm going 2nd finger on the 9th fret, D string. B, D, E. That's the whole thing. Okay, Ghostbusters, what a classic riff this is. The same. Same thing as Day Tripper. Ghostbusters is actually around B Mixolydian. Same thing though, we got the root. The little lead up to the major 3rd, then to the 5th. And then we've got flat 7 and the 4th. And that's why if you learn patterns, it's extremely easy just to move these around. Look, if I wanted to do it 3 frets higher, you can do it, it's just patterns. I Feel Good is in the key of D. Now look how it just goes up an arpeggio, 7th arpeggio. 1, 3, 5, 7. It skips over the 8 to go to the 9. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, and it's very syncopated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. But. Nothing's on the beat. So always be tapping your foot. It's quite fast. When your foot comes up, it's doing the off beat. Okay, so you match your notes to when your foot comes up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so I Feel Good. Pretty Woman. Exactly the same notes. Okay, we're in a different key. It's in E, so go 2 frets higher. That would be I Feel Good. It's just the same notes with a different rhythm. I'm playing the flat 7 with my first finger because then I can really stretch out to get that F sharp with the little finger. And it's just coming down the notes there. So F sharp, E, D. Shake your body down. Now, this is on a synth bass. Doesn't matter what key you're in, the notes, the distances between the notes, they're all the same. So make sure you learn the pattern I gave you earlier in the lesson. Be able to play it off a G, and we've got the root. And we're coming down the scale. Octave, flat 7, 6th. And there's a little skip here. Going from the 5th of the scale, the D, and I'm playing that on the 5th fret of the A string. Can play it open. I think it's easier to do it this way. Got to be thinking 16. Because it's the last 16th. 1, 2, 3, 4 of beat 4. to get that in the exact place, you've got to be counting all the time. And you should be doing that default anyway. This is a 16th note counting thing. You've got to go. That's the second time round. The last riff of this lesson is the beginning of Signed, Sealed, Delivered, Stevie Wonder. It's in the key of F, and it just descends this scale with nearly every note apart from the G. So we're in F. Just descending that scale. And then now it's a little bit of I think it's a little slide into the A. What I recommend you do then is to listen to all the originals, see if you can figure out those bass lines. I haven't given you tab, the reason being I want you to get this connection yourself, and you're not going to do it with tab. So you may need to watch the lesson again, do so. Just make sure that you know the pattern in each individual key that we're in, link the pattern to the bass line, and I promise you, you'll see the connections. If you got something from that lesson, then please do subscribe to the channel, that will really help me out. But thanks very much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.